Hello, it looks like I'm live. Hi everyone, and I want to tell what we will be talking today for people who are gonna be watching later. Good evening, good morning, and I'm really humble that you're watching this video later, and hope that it's gonna be for you something to take with you from today. And we will be talking about do I need a home gadget. I will try that to explain in the scientific way, so later from now on you are able to analyze yourself better and understand what you will be needing. I hope that I'm able to be heard correctly, and I will be happy when you are joining, maybe to ask any questions or any information that will be suitable, or maybe after the live when you will be watching, you are welcome to contact me and ask hello for every information what you find interesting, and I will be happy. Thank you. Thank you. These lives are so stressful. It takes me a lot of courage to go live, and I will be very appreciating if you will put likes or comments and support if it's good for information for you, useful. Then I will be able to know and work on myself to come to do these lives. But let's I will introduce myself. Thank you. I introduce myself for those who don't know me. I am Ilona, and I'm founder of Amber Aesthetics beauty salon, which is mobile in Richmond. And I'm 41 years old and specializing at skin treatments, and I am passionate about everything that's possible to slow down aging, and that's my passion to create the combination approach where is a diet, nutrition, mindset, and skincare treatments and exercises, which is a holistic approach. And that's is something which I'm working on individually, and hope from the new year would be a ready program where we are more people can come together and create community for women who want to look and feel good, and we are able to support each other and to maybe make accountability, so we are motivated to do and look after ourselves and create that bond and support with each other. And yeah, let me know what do you think about that, if you be interested, and your support is really important. I want to come back. I can talk about the skin quite a lot, but before I start to explain about the gadgets, I want to explain a bit about history, how is that we are not taking or paying attention enough to our skincare, and that is because our parents was busy with working, and they didn't had time to teach us to look after our skin. And then our grandparents were on World War II, and they didn't had time even think or dream about their beauty skincare routines to teach their daughters, and that generation teaching has been lost, and it hasn't been implemented into our daily lives. So we are actually I believe the first generation that we are lucky that we can start to go into ourselves and bond and start to think about how we can look after ourselves. And I've been seeing really good approach and inspired from the Asian culture, because they are really been having that approach that you do the skincare routine daily, and specifically targeting some areas, and go to the skincare salon, aesthetic treatments, implement it into your life, and you sorry okay it's gonna be like Asian culture that they treat the wrinkles when they appear, and that gives the option that we are maintaining longer our youthful look, and it's goes that you are later on don't need to do big like surgeries or any like skincare fillers or botox, let's say. I try to approach some alternative methods to skincare and slow aging, and try. I don't like to talk about anti-aging because of that anti word, and that's why I quite a lot use slow aging, and I hope you agree with me. Let me know in the comments and think about the questions if you have any. I will be happy to reply to them. And right now I will have a look at my notes if I have told you everything what I was thinking to say. Yeah, that what I want to say is very important. Still implement into your daily routine the skincare salon visits, because it's something which gonna be for you very helpful. It is like going to hairdresser to maintain your looks. It's as well it's like a kick point where you are for example, if you are doing skincare routine, you come to the salon, you are jumping to the next level, and then from there you maintaining your looks, and then you go to the salon, you jump again onto the look, because when we are aging, our moisture cells are dying out, and I will try to explain in a simple words in the hey, good to see you, and how the moisture cells are dying, and we are able to replace them. So I hope that it will all make sense. I can talk about this all hours, because the subject is, the more deeper you go, the deeper it creates, and I'm trying to explain as simple as possible. So if you have any question or any answer, like idea you don't know, please let me know that I haven't explained properly. And that's that thing. Um, uh, so let's talk. I will try to explain about the issue, what's happening to ourselves. I will show some pictures so it's more understandable, and then I will finish with gadgets and explain and where which area it targets, and I will show my favorites as well during the show. And I would like to start with skin. If we imagine that we have our body, and everybody usually targets the skin condition, but I would like to address and start with the muscle, because the muscle in our skin, in our body, is on the face, which we most of the time neglecting. You have probably noticed that sometimes there is like very masculine or very nicely shaped body, but the face looks much older rather than body. And I would like to address that the face muscle is as important as our body, and that's how it's possible to kind of address and choose the right gadgets to be able to maintain a more youthful look. Because I want to show a picture that how come it doesn't allow me. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, you know what, to be able to show, I have to ask to download my pictures into the Instagram, and then I will be able to show you. What I will do, I will come out and come back instantly back to put the pictures inside, because without the pictures the understanding will be much harder, and that's if you don't go away, I will come start again. Sorry about that. See you in a bit. Hi, welcome back. I had to come out because the live pictures, for the possibility to show, I have to upload them into the Instagram gallery to be able to show, and it's just it's harder for me to explain some things, so help you so thank you for coming back. And it's something which with the technical things is going wrong, and thank you for supporting. And let's pick then the first picture that is showing on in the skin. So this is the way that we are looking with a younger, plumpier face, and our muscle and fat distribution is regenerating, and the skin condition is elastin fibers are tight and it holds into the place. And that's when we are our cells are rejuvenating 28 days, and everything is really like a spring and beautiful. when we start to aging, it's like imagine that during our lifetime we have given 1 glass of full water, which are our moisture cells, and around the age 20 to 28 the moisture cells starts to die out and we starting to decrease water. The moisture cells starts to die out very slightly, like 1 to 5%. But once we age 35 to 40, our moisture cells starts to die out around 10% every year, which is quite a lot. So we are decreasing our moisture cells, and the water in our skin gets reduced quite significantly. And when we don't look after our skin, that's all starts to create a loose skin, and that's when the fat cells not created and the skin laxity starts to loosen up, and we start to have wrinkles and a bit like a gravity pulling down, the skin can't hold it back. But what I want to reassure with the home gadgets, which is very important as a help tool, to use them and be possible to refill that water. You're not gonna fill it up till the end, but what you can do, you can just slow down the 10% of moisture cells that they are dying, so you are maintaining that usefulness. And if you look after your skin, you slow down the process of aging by 5 to 10 years. So it's something which is worth to understand, because it will motivate you to continue and work on yourself to be able, because when we don't understand, we are just thinking, oh, that's the aging, so I have to accept it. But once we understand deeper levels of how it works, it's just something which is as well our mindset and our lifestyle is very affecting our aging. So if we are unhappy and we are quite negative, our face muscle gets tightened up, and that's when the wrinkles starts to deepen in, because the muscle is being contracted and it can't anymore to read go. And it's something which is I will show into the face muscles, that if you will see that in the jawline, it's very important muscle which is connected as well with our hip bone and internal gut system. So when we relax our face muscle and face expressions, that as well relaxes in our internal organs, and that's why the mental meditation and self-care is so important, because it's all connected together. As well, that exercises doing during aging, our muscles, because we're not working them out, they are start to shrink, and they getting like saggy and start to fall down. when you notice that yoga or gym people, when they are working out, they burning overload the muscle, and the muscle rejuvenates. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So what we need to address in our face, that we need to start to work on the muscle, and that's when it's possible to create like a more plumpier and uplifting the structure, and it starts to hold everything. Uh, the half of the wrinkles as well is creating when our back of the skull starts to shrink muscle, and it starts to not to hold it and pulling everything down, because it's very weak and loose, and it's just like gives up. And that's why it's important as well to look after our neck and back muscles and lymphatic drainage. So it's really in the deeper level is all connected, it's all one. But just to address one part, it's just not gonna be working in general. So all the nose labials and all the areas which are aging first, it is very important that it's that overloaded muscle. And before you gonna be using muscle gadgets, it's important as well to take it and relax it, the muscle, so it's easier to your muscle to be able, then the results are much better when you're gonna be doing treatment with the gadgets. And the same as well with I want to show when it goes to 55 age, the fat, the plumpiness, because we're not treating our face, we're not doing, we're leaving it, and in the like a process of aging, and we don't put any moisture back, skin is not able to create elasticity and collagen, and that's when the skin gets saggy and reduces the fat cells. The massage, the fat cells we are not able to create, so all what we can address is that to do massage and moving away those fats, so we can keep still, for example, our jawline tighter, and the second chin is reduced. So when we do our massages, we are moving those imperfections away, like on the forehead, around the eyes, puffiness, and we are just removing, and that way we are able to create our skin muscle more, let's say, more firmer, and rejuvenate itself. It's as well very important what supplements you're using, and it's all kind of very connected with each other. But today I want to explain more about muscle and skin, so you know, if you don't have any home gadgets, if you could let me know in your comments who are watching, if you have any home gadgets and how regularly you use them, what do you see, what you find. It would be very helpful for me as well to find out more about you and see how it's working for you. So let's continue, and now I want to talk about skin itself, laxity. So we spoke about muscle and muscle fat, which is starting to get laxity and going down. So we need to address and see the gadgets which gonna be lifting and making stronger. So for example, there is I've been studying as well yoga, face yoga, which does the face treatments. It's very helpful, but when you don't do it regularly and if you don't have time, it's really small like a result, and you need to do it constantly, which is very important. And because I'm quite tight on time, I use my device and I will show you, and I absolutely love it. So we coming back to the skin. Remember I was telling about the skin as the moisture cells, which are like a glass of water, and so that moisture cells we need to refill and create stimulation of the collagen and elastin fibers, and hyaluronic acid is that which is in the moisture cells. So I want to show you this picture, which gonna explain to you that we have about 5 layers of the skin layers, which is about different age, different depth, because with the age, I will show you this now first. On the left side you will see a younger skin, which is the thicker, more plumpier, and it's have more condensity layers of the skin because they rejuvenate faster. On the right side is more thinner, more aging skin, which rejuvenation around 35 starts to slow down, and instead of 28 days it starts to renew itself into the 35 days time, which is much longer, and that causes the thinning of the skin. And we have to understand that we need to go to the deepest layers, and when we do the treatments, we, for example, the acid peels, I find it too harsh for the aging skin because it doesn't recover that fast, and that's why I think the home gadgets is more quite suitable and very well possible. So let's coming back to the skin layers. So that in the previous picture, that opened layer which you saw, this is those 5 layers. You can see epidermis and dermis. So when we are doing like serums and applying some hyaluronic acid like a product, we want them to penetrate as deep as possible to the dermis layer. So whatever you choosing in the skincare gadgets will help you to penetrate it deeper, because when we are massaging ourselves, it's nicely helps it, but we need much longer time. For example, we need about 2 to 3 hours every day, morning and evening, to get that process. The home gadgets is speeding up that process basically, so we are able to shorten the time in our busy life. It's possible for us to maintain our youthful look and to be able to then get the results as well. So where we want to be targeting is the dermis layer. And everybody always talking collagen, elastin, and what are these things? So the collagen is that little point. If you look into the dermis layer, the green bit is the elastin. So elastin is that product which is when we pull our skin and let it go, it springs back. Collagen is that thing that when we dimple our skin, it's kind of pulls back, comes back as well. So these are one of the two crucial bits, and it's very important to stimulate their rejuvenation and process. And the third factor is hyaluronic. Hyaluronic is that fluid in the cell which swims. So with the aging, those moisture cells are reducing, and that's when we are lack of it. And the home gadgets and basically home gadgets will help us to maintain, but in the salon aesthetic treatments will help us to boost it up with such treatments like radio frequency and microneedling, mesotherapy, and fibroblasty plasma. Those treatments will help in a way that it's scientifically what it does. It creates microscopic damage, and your brain cells detects, let's say, that it is major injury, and what it does, it starts to rush to those areas and rebuild it. So it starts to create new cells, new collagen, new fibers, and that's when we feel much more thirstier, because as well it is very important to drink water and use the right products so our skin have all the necessary minerals and ingredients to build those moisture cell blocks back, and our skin starts to look youthful. If we, after the salon, coming home and don't do anything, just happy now it's gonna be forever, unfortunately your speed of moisture cells 10% a year haven't been reduced. It's still keep dying because we don't do anything. And that's where is kicking in the home care, the regular treatments that you are doing every day, and trying to maintain that youthful look what you've got in the aesthetic treatment. And that's how it all comes together. Do I make sense? I would be happy to hear from you if you would say that it's something which I explained properly enough. So let's go now up to the higher levels, and so dermis layer is where is the blood cells. Let's go back to the so on the very bottom is that layer of the blood nervous endings. I will show this one, nerve endings, and fat sebum channels, which and hair growth can be able to come out. And then that layer which is laid up, I will show in a close-up. So that's where is starting to create, and melanin fibers live there, and that's where the skin kind of creates. Then above the dermis is stratum granulo- granulosum, which is the layer we call it the baby skin. And when we are using harsh dermabrasion or skin peels, we basically, if we look from the top, we strip off those layers because they are very thin. They are like a couple of millimeters. Some of them is like a first layer. Dead skin cells are less than millimeter, and then underneath the baby skin is like 2 millimeters thick. So it's very easily over remove the layers of the skin and leave it stripped, and that's what we don't need to do. And it's important that we are treating in all levels of layers and looking after and moisturizing, and that's when is better. This is another picture where is easier to have a look that those moisture gels is on the very top is the layer of the dead skin cells. And if we don't do double face cleansing, it is in the previous earlier video I was filming how and why it's important to do face cleansing in the evening. We don't remove that layer of the dead skin cells, and it creates like a clean film. So whatever we are applying on doesn't absorbs, and what once like sebum and oils, toxins to come out doesn't get out, and we start to create those pimples like white heads and black heads, and that causes the problem. And it's very important to kind of clean that dead skin cells so it's easier to absorb. So this is the treatment. Oh, that's a shame. So in this picture I am showing how that injury gets created microscopic with aesthetic treatments, and the body rejuvenates, and then it's kind of heals by creating new collagen and new elastin and hyaluronic kind of cells, and it builds up how we slow down the aging and kind of reverse it. And it's all possible to do at home with our home gadgets, which now are of, I would say, more and more come to the market, and much safer and really works. Because some of my home gadgets which I have at home I've been buying, I will show you, haven't been getting that results because it is not medical enough, and how to say, it's not as well deep that it's creating that results which it promises. And let's start to our gadgets. So I will show you the one which is number one to use, depending from your age, but it is good to use, let's say I use it once or once in 2 months, once in a month or once in a 2 month, which is microneedling. And it comes together with a collagen serum which you are applying, and you can see that the needles are very little, and I suggest the needles to use is a 0.25. It is just about to go to the dermis layer, and that injury what creates to your skin, your skin then starts to recognize it as an injury and starts to create new fibers and new moisture cells. And it's very important that again that you drink and use the right products during the treatment. Then I will show you my favorite, which is roller. This roller is not sharp, it's quite rough, and it goes over the skin, and what it does, it creates a blood flow to the surface. So the blood comes to the surface of the skin and feeds from the underneath, because the blood have plasma and minerals and everything. So it's it does the same thing what microneedling, but without causing injury, and it's like for maintenance. I would recommend to use it every day, maybe in the beginning to improve results, morning and evening. But this is my go-to gadget in every journey where I go, and I absolutely love it. It's as well good for hair roots. If you have finer hair, you just roll it in the areas with at least once a day, and you can recover your hair loss quite well, and you will see results, and it's just gonna motivate you to do it more and more. So for example, after doing aesthetic treatments, so for example, I've been doing plasma fibroblasty, and then I give to the client, including the price, this roller, so they are able to maintain that results what they are achieved, and it's better for them to maintain it, and they're gonna see it results. And basically from the underneath you create like stimulating the flow of the blood, and it feeds all the nutritions. So you apply the cream on the face, roll it over, the blood comes to the surface and draws the product which you applied on your face into the deeper level to the dermis, and the same time the blood gonna feed as well from underneath with the minerals and healing collagen stuff, the cells, and that way you will be able to maintain your kind of a skin condition to slow down the aging process. So this is my number one favorite which I use. And I will show everything what is now attracts to the skin condition, and then I will switch to the muscle. So my second gadget, which I am not using because I don't find it very useful, but for others it is maybe. So it's sonic wavelength. So by vibrating very high frequency, it penetrates the products what you applied into the deeper level. The red light meant to be skin rejuvenation, but I quite skeptical look at these old gadgets which have a lights, because to be able to rejuvenate and turn on the gadget, the let's say the gadgets which are creating the red light, you need to keep it in one place long enough so it starts to do its job. Because you are moving around, it doesn't reach the longevity of the to be able to kick in. And that's purely is my observation and my opinion. So this gadget as well, when it's a red, it heats up, so it have a radio frequency in it, and it's meant to be that you are sliding up to the skin and then hold it into the areas. With the radio frequency, I wouldn't see any so far home gadgets which would be let's say hot enough. So basically what's happening in the clinic, the treatment radio frequency is got to be heated up the area up to 43 degrees. And to be able to be doing it, to not burning the skin, you have to move it quite vigorously and maintaining that heat about 5 minutes. That's how the clinic treatments are working. So here, when you are doing at home and you are moving constantly, you're not heating up enough the cells to be able for them to rejuvenate. Maybe in the slight percentage, but I haven't seen results and I am not the big believer of it. So that is one of the gadgets which are doing the stuff, and it's meant to be like going down and then going up. So it reduces the swelling of the face and vibrates the push in some products, and it's have as well blue light for antibacterial purposes and green light for pigmentation. And that's one of the areas. So it's kind of like goes upwards and goes on the sides. I tried to use it, and that didn't made myself happy enough, so I just may stick to the stuff what I feel. This is another microcurrent device which is with a red light as well, but as you can see, the red light is quite weak. And when I started to do the treatment, it is not galvanic. It doesn't do the microcurrent to tighten up the muscle, because galvanic treatment is like electric current, which when you touch it, it's kind of like tightens the muscle, contracts it, so it's like a gym to your skin, to your muscle, and that's what we want to do. They advertise this as a galvanic, but it's not even close. It's like a ultrasound waves, and it doesn't do. And the red light, again, once you are moving around, it doesn't stay long enough to start to rejuvenate cells. Because in the aesthetic clinic, when you having the treatment with the LED light, you are under the cover, or you have a face mask which is covering the face, and you lying under it minimum 10 minutes to have any results. And this gadget is I will show, It's can be put up to the maximum strength, and it's have the possibility to be more active. And the same is with a blue light, that it kills bacteria if you are having acne problems, or uh, just the breakouts and allergy. This is one of the good to go things to spend money on, because it is you you need to be able to use it every day for at least uh, 10 minutes, and then you're gonna start to see results, and to keep it one place rather than going around face. And it's something which is worth to consider as for the people who have breakouts or skin aging. The red light I really like, because it's really helps to get that appearance of the fresher and nice look, and it feels that you've been on holidays somewhere. But yeah, the long length is have to be at least 20 minutes. If you're using rarely, it's the longer you have, the better. If you have it every day, little bit, you're gonna start to notice results. But if you're using rarely, the results won't be there. And the other gadget is the suction cups, which are very good for the puffiness, and to move those like fats inside, like away. And that starts to uh, bring the blood flow to the surface, and does the same similar job what the roller does. It starts to address the fats and the muscle, and the blood flow to the surface. It needs to be quite careful and oil your face precisely, like more generous, to not to get bruising and capillary breakouts. Because when your skin is thinner, its suction is that strong that it can break some blood vessels, and it can be quite more wrong than good. That's why be careful with this. I am using quite rarely, because as I say, you find your favorite, and then you stick to it and you use it, and then time to time you see the gadget which is there, you buy it, but it's something which is not gonna be your favorite. But it's definitely worth as well to see if you're struggling with the swelling and your skin condition is good. It's gonna be something which will be helpful for you. You can start it to do it morning and evening, and then to do it that's good. I hope you use them and you like them. It's just sometimes it's something which is needs to be seen as well later on, to address how to say that it doesn't you use it in a certain areas. For example, you want to reduce nose lines, you suction and you plump it up, but the result is not that long lasting, because it doesn't create new cells, but it reduces the toxins and drainage. It's very good one. And um, now I will show quite famous, which everywhere they're showing, is the roller, and that mostly addresses the swelling and cools down the skin, so it's kind of calms down the skin, and you are just rolling always to the lymphatic main lymph nodes, so get it out of the system. And it's something which I find for me is fast. I use my hands, but for some people, just to relax the muscle before the skin treatment, which gonna be addressing the muscle, it's very could help just to prepare your skin, just to calm down and relax the muscle, because it's very helpful. It's as well actually very good for face tension relaxation. So when you are in the evening, end of the day, you are just watching TV, grab some gadgets. That's how I do. I'm watching a computer, listening to the course or something. I'm taking the gadget and just using it when I am having cleaned face and have put on the products, and that's how it's possible to implement into your daily life. And that's one of the things. The other one gadget which is possible to find every house is the for muscle relaxation, and especially the jawline, which we need to pay attention, is the wine cork. I didn't find wine cork, but I have the cork, and you basically, not with the teeth but with the lips, hold it and relax the jawline, so it goes kind of like leave it, and you can put it in a lips and do whatever you need to do, walk around, but use it about 10 to 20 minutes a day, which will help to relax the muscle and tension in the face. And it's very important to do it every day, because during the day when our tension is very strong, we are changing our muscle tension, and it gets overloaded, and that's when it starts to create damage, because it starts to shrink. It's stuck, and it needs a little like a warming up. So when we imagine doing gym or yoga, you are warming up, so the muscle is more tensed and more fluid to move around, and then the results are much better and more effective. So now we're coming to my favorite gadget, is the it's called Rio Face Toner, but there is a new face as well, and face gym gadgets, but the price range is very different, and I would say that the Rio new face, they don't know what they having, because that's the price is most affordable, and the price of new face and face gym is around £500, £300 to £500, and this gadget is only 160. And basically what it does, you can see here plus and minus. It is galvanic electric current, which creates the tightening. So when you put it, you are feeling the contraction. And the plus and minus is, one is drawing out and the other one is pushing in to give the channels afterwards. What you will be applying, like serums or products, creams, will be deeper, able to absorb, and that will give you the possibility to maintain the youthful look, and the same time attacking the muscle tension. And thank you thank you very much. And it's gonna be creating the muscle tension. And when you starting to do the treatment, to get the best results, you have to do it for 3 weeks every day. So I remember when I just started to use this device, I used it in the before in the bedroom before going to sleep. But the best results are in the morning, because you have lifted up the face muscle, everything is lifted up, and you are able to see the results. But in the morning, sometimes it's when you using it once a week, like after those 3 weeks every day, it's the results are lasting for the next week. So how it works, you are using it every day for 3 weeks, and it's mean like to going to the gym. So imagine you are starting to go to the gym and you are working out 20 minutes. If you're gonna be working out 1 hour and expecting that you're gonna have big muscles, you're not gonna see results. It is the same with the face current. It's you have to work it out every day, so the muscle gets the nutrition and gets the possibility to transform and get stronger and get lifted up. And that's when it starts to kind of be the best look of it, and you can maintain it then by reducing once a week doing treatment. So the result after one treatment you will see for 1 week. In the aesthetic clinic there is a treatments like oil therapy, kaki, which does the same thing. And that's why you have to have a course of treatments, and the one treatment cost price of the device where you are able to save up money into the home device, and it will last you a lifetime, which is very important and good for you. Because if you're not gonna be maintaining the treatment from the coming back from the aesthetic treatment, you're not gonna be seeing that long-lasting result, and you will be going back to the clinic and maintaining the treatment. If you have something like galvanic or Faradic, because this device have two settings. It's electric current, and then the Faradic, which is the pulses of electric muscle tension, like a gym. And it's just you keep it in one place and it does for you. It's lifting and relaxing the job, and that's how it works. In the Rio device, the instructions they have placed in is different from what I'm teaching my clients. And if you are interested, you can go to the YouTube channel Amber Aesthetics and see how I offer to use this galvanic and Faradic, but it is absolutely my favorite, and I offer all of my clients to invest in this device, because it's gonna be just useful for you forever. And in my website it's possible to purchase as well, and then I am offering free training and consultation with about the device, how we use it, and as well other subjects is possible to touch out and do the proper analysis what you need and what the program would be best for you. And this one is my winner. And in the market, like a new face and face gym, those is most closest up to the Rio device I would be able to recognize, and that's the ones. Then for the body treatments, to tighten up the skin condition, to be able to maintain the more useful look, I would recommend definitely to use skin brush. What it does, it removes the dead skin cells, and because the dead skin cells being removed, you have the breathing skin, which you are putting on moisturizer, and blood starts to flow to the surface of the skin and start to feed with the minerals, the blood from the underneath, and that's how you can rejuvenate the skin around. What I am suggesting sometimes as well, to areas like your knees or elbows or palms of the back of the hands, I am recommending to put serum, the one you're using on a face. If you can afford, it's very good to use a hyaluronic or some serums for the body as well, because it is as well something which with the simple moisturizer is not enough, and we need to feed more and be able to look after after those more sensitive areas which are possible. So the skin brush is one of go-to. If you're doing skin brush more properly, then your cellulite reduces as well, because what is cellulite? That is the fat cells which are naturally there, but because the skin laxity is lost, it starts to be saggy, and it's kind of slides onto the fat cell and start to show all imperfection. Because our skin when we are younger is tighter and it's more elastin and collagen, that's and fascia, sorry, it's the fascia is the between skin and collagen, let's say again, between skin and muscle is that network of layers which is communicating. So when we are, for example, stretching, you feel that tightness, it feels like something is inside, like a pulling, and that is that fascia which is all over. We are like a spider net which creates the network, and that is well for the cellulite is very crucial to have been tightened, and that can be possible to maintain by bringing blood flow to the surface of the skin and to be fed and rejuvenated. The second gadget, which is one of like go-to, is the roller, but it's not just simple roller, it is the ice roller. You put this device into the freezer, you remove it this way. It's possible to remove and put it just into the plastic bag, so it's clean, and into the freezer. You take it out and start to roll it on your thighs or on your area where you want to tightening the skin. So the ice is one of the uh, uh, useful slow aging gadgets which is available to us at home. We can freeze the ice cubes, and we can put in a freezer the gadgets. This I recommend as well to keep at home. So when you are rolling over, it is what it does. Your skin detects that there is damage creates because the ice and cold is creating like a reaction to the nerve endings that something is happening, and blood starts just to rushes to the surface, but at the same time the layer of the skin is being removed by the cold ice, and it's creates tightening the pores, but at the same time it's absorbs as well whatever you will be placing afterwards. And it's definitely is one of the good slow aging treatments to do the ice on the body or on the face. It is if you noticed, if you are possible to do cold swimming, it is very rejuvenating the body, and keep it younger, stronger, and more gives like that kickstart in your system, which creates a rejuvenation. In these devices are very useful for the skin. I definitely see results when I use it on my thighs with the cellulite. When I don't use it, it starts to appear. So I am in that category that my moisture cells are dying every year about 10%, and I have to be aware to be able to maintain and look after. So what I do in the décolleté and on my elbows, once I did the treatment, I apply face serums like hyaluronic or beauty serums, and it's possible to have, oh my gosh, it's already over 5. Yes, this is the device which is similar to the roller, but it's is less it's rough, and it creates bruising on me, so I don't use it. I found it too harsh, and it doesn't do the same for me, but its idea is excellent. It's meant to be rolling over the area, and it tightens up the skin, but it is a bit too harsh, and it creates the, as I said, my skin is very pale and thin, so if you have tighter skin you might like it, but it's something which is not really there. I use the same on my body, and I am it takes me longer time, but I'm still happy because it's does its job, but it's not it just takes longer time, and not able. So that's for today is with the gadgets more enough. That's I run out of my gadgets, but I hope that you are having more understanding about the what is there, what to use, and it's possible for you to choose from now on what you are gonna be using. And I convinced you that the home gadgets is actually your help device to save the time and save in the long term. If you are interested, I saw quite interesting article in Metro magazine, which was published on the 5th or 4th December, and you can find it online. It talks about the radio frequency gadget there and some other ultrasonic gadgets, but that radio frequency sounded good, but it's the prices is quite high, and again I'm not sure how precise is the heating current, because it has to be maintained quite a long time. And that's all. I want to, before I go, to let you know what I am currently working on, and thank you for watching this video. I am for Christmas have decided that it's during the Christmas time, if you want to book mentoring session about the approach of the holistic approach, how you can improve your aging and lifestyle with the mental health and nutrition. I will be giving out one session for free, and you are welcome to book it during the times of January and February, which I will be putting the link where is possible to be booking if you are interested. And other thing what I'm working is, because this haven't been before approached as a holistic way, this aging process, I am putting together completely new program, which gonna be 12 weeks program, where I am touching the holistic approach, like a mindset, going through the gratitude and changing your inner observation to yourself and acceptance to yourself, which gonna create internally completely differently your vision. And because once we get more aware of ourselves and accepting, we naturally feel younger and more beautiful, and that's the idea of mindset. Then there comes nutrition, which I will be approaching with the gut health and how the gut system is working. This all information what I am putting together is collected through the years and tested on myself, what I believe in, because I can't share or teach or provide anything that I don't believe in. And that's my passion, that I want to touch the areas and sort out. If you sort out the approach to yourself and become more intuitive, more sensual, and feeling your intuition, you are waking up your energy vibers, and it's the confidence grows, and it transforms kind of as well life. And that is possible as well by doing the treatment self-care routine, facial routine. It's in the program we will be with the baby steps, in your own time, in your own pace. You're gonna be watching the tasks and implementing them into your daily life by creating new ritual system, and be able to learn and work. It's all you need to do is to be open-minded and ready to do the changes, and to be going towards to feel good, to look good, and create your new way of vision and possibilities to be able to slow down aging in the long term. I hope I expressed myself quite well, that I'm very passionate and excited because it's something totally new, and it's gonna be starting in the end of January, and quite a lot of work is going there. If you are interested to find out more about it, you are welcome to book direct me message that you would like to book a discovery call or something, and we can talk about it more, and I will be able to explain and maybe book you in for the new year and new resolution. Hi Francoise, thank you for popping in. I am about to finish, but that's all for today. I am very, very grateful that you've been some here, and gonna look later on, and let me know if it's worth to make such a videos, because if nobody is interested, I'm not gonna get over my fears and come on in the front of camera. All I want is that somebody is getting out of this the best information, that they find it helpful, and it's possible for you to work on yourself and improve your life appearance and feel good about it. And it's nothing wrong to be confident, beautiful, and joyful. So thank you for watching. I'm sending you my love. Bye for now. Bye.